Hi everyone, welcome back. We are Chismis, and my name is Nic.
And my name is Vin, and as you can see, we're a bit bougie now. Like we have boom arms, we have a mixer. Who is she? And we have Cam 1.
Cam 2.
So yeah, that's in editing.
Angles.
Yeah, angles. Well, different angles. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about the HSC because it is the HSC season. So, just for context, before diving into questions, me and Nic, we already graduated 2019.
Yeah.
2019. How many years ago was that?
That's two.
Oh God, cringe. 2 years ago, and the HSC is essentially an exam where you get a mark that determines
Determines
what uni you go to, because each course has a different value or whatever, which makes
it's
no
just a
sense to me.
number. It's just a number.
So, Nic, why don't you introduce us to our first question?
Yeah, so our question is basically what subjects we did in year 11 and 12. Our senior year, basically. And the question is, why did we choose these subjects? Necessarily, what made us be like, oh, I want to do this?
True.
Why did I have to do this?
Do you want to go first? What's your subject list?
I'll go first. My one was pretty easy. So at the time, we had even orientation where we had to just walk around and see the teachers and the previous students will sell oh, do this subject, is really fun. So when I went there, I had no idea what I was going to choose. I actually thought I was going to choose math. Spoiler, I didn't choose math. So my subjects were English Advanced, CAFS, which is Community and Family Studies, PDHPE, and then I did Visual Arts, drama, and then I did photography. So I did 6, was it? I listed, I think, yeah. And you had to fill up your units, basically. Yeah. So you can have 12 units. You could up to 14, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 14 units. Yeah. So I had 13 units, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were yours?
I think I also had 13 units. Well, mine switched because I also dropped out of some.
Spoiler.
So initially, the initial one where we was signing up, I was meant to have extension math. But they were like, no, it can't fit in. I was like, honestly, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. It's kind of like a sign.
Yeah. So I did advanced math. I did engineering, physics, and then I did English, and then design and tech. And then 2 weeks into it, I dropped physics and I dropped engineering because I didn't even have an engineering teacher. It was a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
So the energies weren't even there.
Yeah.
And then so once I dropped those two, I picked up visual arts, and I also picked up multimedia.
You did photography.
Oh yes, I also did photography.
You did photography.
Yeah, I did photography. I think.
No, you did 1 unit.
1 unit? No,
2 units. I did 1 unit.
Initially, I was in 2 unit, and then I had to drop down to 1 unit because of my subject.
Oh yeah,
change.
We were both in the same class.
I was really sad about that.
I'm so sorry.
Photography was my favorite subject.
Yeah.
And did I say visual design? I think I said visual design.
You did. You took a lot.
Yeah, I took a lot. And then, it was so funny because, in the HSC, they say never do more than 1 major. So, Mon does a 1 major because she does drama.
No, I did visual arts.
Oh, 2? You did 2?
Yeah, I did visual arts as well.
Yeah, and then I ended up having 3 because, D&T, visual arts, and multimedia.
Yeah.
And then I remember going to that process of, dropping a subject.
Yeah, because, majors were, it was before the HSC.
Yeah.
So it was earlier than doing the exams, which was really stressful for us because we had trials, but then we had to do our majors. It was really stressful. I remember.
Yeah.
And it was busybody all the time. We had to go in the studio or we had to buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much
But I remember when you had to drop your subject, you basically have to get it signed by
your
parents.
Because I don't know the process.
Yeah, so you have to
I never did that.
Fill out a form, and then you have to go to a teacher to see a specific.
Was it the head? The head of the?
It wasn't a head. It was just whoever was free at the time. Because there was a schedule. There was a teacher was free, and then because you have to check if because your subject is on a line.
Yeah.
And if you have clashing subjects and you just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So then I told the guy who was doing mine that I want to drop these subjects, and he was straight up just like, what do you want to do in life? And then he was like, I was like, I want to do architecture. And he was like,
what subjects did you drop?
So I dropped engineering and physics.
Yeah.
For visual arts and multimedia.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't think you should drop engineering and physics out. And I was just like,
that's so.
But it's my choice.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted. I don't want to do it. And then
kind of weird. Just do your job.
like, true. He had too much of an opinion. I was like,
yeah.
Who asked? And then yes, I dropped it and I had to get it signed, but I just signed it myself because let's be honest.
Yeah.
And then those were my subjects. Why did you choose yours?
Well, for me, I felt like if I'm going to do like senior year, I might as well enjoy it and do things that I believe I'll thrive in, or things that I was like, oh, I'm drawn to doing it. Like I want to do it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because the school that we went to, it was very independent. It was very like, if I had so much freedom, I would be like, oh, I'm gonna just ditch. Like, spoiler, I did. But it's like the subjects that I did, they were primarily like creative or something that like I didn't do any science. Yeah. I didn't do any even math. Like I was always like thinking, oh, I can't imagine being in a math exam. I generally can't, like, because you guys be like, oh, did you bring your calculator? And then I'll be like, what's a calculator? You know, I never did that. You guys had scientific calculators. I'm like, wow.
God, it wasn't worth. If like I chose my subjects based off, so like I knew that I wanted to do architecture. So I dropped it out. If anyone was interested, I dropped out of that course. Yeah. And then so like each in a uni they do like the subjects that are recommended. Yeah. So then I did that, and then for some reason they said that like you need 2 unit math. In my head processed it as like advanced math. It was like 2 units. I was like, oh, advanced. Like standard would be 1 unit. Yeah. I was like, no, like standard math also counts as 2 unit math. Yeah. So I literally stayed in advanced math, failed all the exams except for one. Like, in year 11 and 12, I only ever passed 1 math exam. And I was just like, why am I still here? Like, it was too sad because like I realized that I was wrong towards the end.
Yeah, and also the reason why I didn't know what dropping a subject was because I never dropped a subject my choice. Photography is a subject that drops automatically because it's not taken in the HSC at all, which is kind of sad. But I only did that for year 11, and then year 12 it immediately just like got removed. So then I ended up doing 10 units in year 12, which was like my timetable was so empty. Like like there'll be a day when it'll be like, oh, I only have class at 8 and then I finish at 9 and then I could go home. So that was pretty much my freedom. Yeah. So that was like my life. And also the only one that I ever did advance as was English, because I really enjoyed English.
You really enjoyed English?
Yeah, I really did.
God, if I could drop to a lower level than English standard.
No, you always joked about ESL.
I always joke about ESL, but like, I don't count as English second language because I don't even have a first language.
Like you struggle both.
Like I struggle both. I remember I made a joke with my English teacher. Like we did one of our tests. And then, like, well, we didn't call our teachers Miss or whatever. We
by the first name.
So I was like, well, I won't say the name, but like I was like, blah blah blah. Oh, we're all dropping to ESL. And she's like, no, don't do that. And I was like, we're doing it.
Yeah, I felt like everyone had the same teacher. I had like a teacher that no one ever knew. Like it would be this woman, and then I'll be like, she's so cool. Like she's so sick. And then they'll be like, oh, I have this one. You know what I'm trying to talk about? Yeah. So I'll be like, oh my god, that's so fun. But yeah, that was my choice of the subjects.
Yeah. So next question, okay, is this one is like, what are our ambitions? Like
during the time,
like
and now,
year 11, I would say like, from now. What do you mean now?
Like
we graduated.
Like your update from that ambition to how you ended up now.
Oh, so like a realization to your ambition.
So imagine you, Marv, as like year 11, and then how it progressed.
Well, in year 11, so my goal was like 98 HAR. Oh god.
Wow.
And almost fully charged battery.
You reached.
That was so like, because my course was 90. So
yeah.
Well, like I kind of was also aiming for 85 because then my course gave me adjusted point, like bonus points of 5 maximum. Yeah. So I was like, oh, if I just get an 85, then like I'm set. Yeah. So my ambition was like get that score, and also like with my work from in year 11, like I kind of didn't really care about like. Oh, I think in year 11, I didn't really care about my marks. It was more about
because everyone said year 11 doesn't matter.
Yeah, because like it doesn't.
Everyone
it restarts in year 12. So like mine was just trying to get a worth ethic done. Yeah. And then in year 12, I was like, I'm gonna get all my majors done by this date.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It did not work.
It was a struggle.
Yeah, for the realization, I did not get 80. Oh wait, 85.
Like in year 12, like was your ambition, did it lower at all?
No, it was the same. My
It was
ambition
still
was still
90.
the same. It was still 90. And well, it started becoming less when we started doing that whole HSC calculator, ATAR calculator moment.
Oh yeah,
Like to
that
predict what we'll get.
that website.
And I was just like, no. So like, yeah, I didn't get 90. I got like 67, which I don't care. Well, I cared, but like I don't care now because then, you know, it's just a mark.
Yeah,
honestly.
me, I never cared. Yeah.
And then yeah, so like I think my ambition was more to complete the work on time
Yeah.
and see if that pays off as a mark.
That's so true.
Cause like yeah, a lot of mine weren't really tests. Like I had tests,
Yeah.
but then it was more project based. So it was more just like, how creative am I?
Yeah.
How can I push it?
Yeah.
I also want, like, I was very competitive too, so I wanted to be like the best one, especially in art, visual arts. I was like, I'm gonna, like, I spent too much money on it. Yeah,
For sure, definitely.
yours.
My ambition in year 11 was necessarily like, since I really want to do journalism or anything in that field where I had to, like, if I could write or basically just produce something of my own. So I remember I was like, oh, I can check my subjects, and I really wanted to go to the uni that you're currently going to.
Oh yeah.
That was like, because we even went, like, we did orientation there, not orientation, like open day.
Yeah.
And then we had seen it, and I was like, wow, this is a vibe. Or I wanted to do something in film. So
film?
yeah, I remember. That's why you guys went to. We went separately. Like, if you wanted to do a course, you can do the walk around. And then I met these girls that were so lovely. Like, I was like, oh, you guys are so cute. And then I was like, this is really fun. So when I had initially, it was 80. It was like 85. But I thought realistically with my subjects, I thought with PDH, I can do really good. It averages out. But with visual arts and drama, they, like, the average is low. It's just like, it's like,
we did great in drama.
I did great in drama. Like band 6 is really hard.
That's the highest band,
for
by the way.
for drama. I thought with the exams it was like harder because my one was like Marvin. He was very like project based. My one was performance and project based.
Yeah.
And I thought that was I enjoyed it a lot. So my ambition later on, from I really wanted it at 85, it dropped slowly to 70 because because I realized I was like, major works are literally, they're heavy. Like it's hard to do it and like try to balance everything with the assignments. Like, you know, when it was like English, there was tests, but you also had like you had to do the assignments and stuff. That was pretty much like in PDH, but PDH was really easy. Like that was like the easiest subject. Oh no, CAFS was. I take it back. CAFS was the easiest subject.
What's CAFS?
Community and family studies. Oh my god, we had to learn about families basically, and it was really fun. But it became to 70. And then even afterwards, I was like, when I got my results, we were all together. Remember when we went to get our results?
Oh yeah, we were at like a park.
And then it was just like, we're sitting down at the park, and then we're like, oh guys, let's all open together. My one was not loading, like refreshing.
Yeah.
But at that point, I had an early entry, so I didn't really care.
Oh,
my whole mindset was like,
you already have an offer,
and it was for journalism, so it was like, why not? But I think even at year 12, I really didn't do much in the HSC. Like, I felt like I didn't do my best. Like, if I had, I think I would have gotten higher, definitely, because I left majority all of my exams early. Because that's how independent our school was, right?
Yeah, you can leave your exam
like
early.
You compared to other schools, you couldn't.
You have to stay like the full period.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? So I left literally after, because they said you at least have to have something on your page. So I was like, okay, period. Let me just put this on my page. And I did it. But I was pretty good at doing the exam stuff, but I just didn't want to stay in it because I believed I got the early entry. I can dip. So I had gotten a 55. So lower than you, but I didn't care. And then I remember people were like super happy with theirs, super sad with theirs. Yeah. And I was like, I'm just neutral. Like, chilling. Yeah, I was chilling. And then I was just at that phase. I was like, I got an award for drama, so I was really happy with my major work. So I was like, I was competitive as well. But I think with arts, I slowly didn't care because of my teacher at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I really loved, like, 'cause my photography teacher and my visual arts teacher was the same in year 11. So I was
Yeah.
happy. But yeah, that's me now.
Didn't your drama teacher change?
Yeah, but I loved her more. Like,
The new one?
yeah,
Yeah.
I did. She obviously had favoritism too,
Mm.
but yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Can we get a time check? Oh, time check. 15 minutes. Okay, cool. So sorry, we're just doing time check. Next question is, so I feel like we briefly grazed over this question.
Yeah.
Challenges.
Oh, do you remember your
I had a couple
in HSC specifically, not like in school, but
like
like
HSC specifically. Well, like, cause my HSC was primarily projects, like the exams I didn't really
yeah,
like thing. So because mine was time manage based,
yeah,
I just found it difficult because I was also in a club, which I was the leader of, and then that took a lot of time. And then the other one was just like organizing, like, cause we had to do with your projects, you would have to do like 150-page portfolio, which I find just destroying the planet.
yeah.
Like 150 pages.
I
I'm just like,
remember we would go together for you to get it printed.
like you get it printed and then you realize you have a typo, then you have to reprint the entire thing.
Imagine.
Or like just like it just got messed up. I'm just like, we're just killing.
You
the
had
planet.
asked like Patrice to proofread.
Yeah. And then so that was my biggest challenge. It was like a budget thing as well because my artwork got a little bit messed up.
I
like
remember
because like we had to like mount, because I did like photography. So I had to mount it and it got warped.
you were very like a perfectionist. I remember.
It got my teacher could tell that I was annoyed, so she was like, "Do you want to just reprint it and just send it in rolled?" So that's what I did, but then that was like another $160
Yeah.
to print it again, and I was just like, "Wow, yeah, the HSC expensive." And then like that one, I just got a little bit annoyed because like I was like 10% off from getting a band 6. I was just
Yeah.
like, you couldn't just like push it over the edge.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy doing all of them. It's just I think my main struggle would be time management. And then yeah, cause a lot of my projects as well, cause I did a magazine in another assessment would be like organizing like shoots and stuff.
Yeah.
And times like that, and organizing people's like schedule.
Yeah. Did you
Um,
ever have 2 exams in one day?
Yes,
Oh, you did?
I think
Did
I
I?
had multimedia, and it wasn't design. I had like 2 subjects. I forgot which one it was, but like I had one back to back. I
Also,
prefer
was
back
it
to back.
also it was like after that you didn't have the break thing?
I think we had like a 2-hour break.
Because I think I had a break. I
Um,
swear I had 2 exams.
But I prefer my exams to be like back to back instead of like spread out.
Yeah,
like, it's just, like,
obviously.
I'm
There
in the zone.
yeah, I know there was one girl that had one in the morning and then she
Mm.
had in the afternoon, like the last one.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, what do you do? Like, do you just study? Like,
Oh,
as
yeah.
if I would go home.
I would, well, it depends how far I
Yeah, it
live.
depends. Yeah.
I'll just like eat the closest shopping center near our school. But,
Yeah, and then I would probably study if I wanted
But
to.
I would take a nap.
Yeah,
I'll be
true.
honest. Like if like
So
the
many
weather-
people did at our school. Like they'll just
True. Well,
just-
it was great weather.
yeah, it was.
Your challenges.
My ones are kind of ridiculous. My one is, you know, the Switch, like
Like Nintendo Switch.
yeah, Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
My challenge was that I always played it. Like I
Oh, what
generally
did you play?
I play during that time. It was Zelda Breath of the Wild. So I would be like on that all the time, or it was Animal Crossing. Because Animal Crossing was like a new thing back then, and then I was like, oh my god, I love Animal Crossing. So I really wanted to invest my time. But that was also the time when my mindset was like, oh, I got early entry before HSC even started. So I was like, I don't really care. So that was like pretty negative of me. And I just had a lot of fun. And then I remember I was like, oh, I specifically remember I finished Zelda during
You finished the whole game.
yeah, the whole
Did you
game, and
start
it's
the
a
game?
long ass game. I started it during
HSC.
HSC. So that was kind of like my major,
Uh-huh,
my major
uh-huh.
work, you know. But it was really
Lord.
fun. But the other challenges I had was like my one. Did you have a group assignment? You didn't, right? Like you didn't have a group major.
No. Oh no. Well, not for like the last ones. I did have
Mm.
a group. Oh no, but that was year 11. No, I didn't really have any group ones.
Yeah. So my challenge was definitely like group major work. My one was drama, and then I really didn't like it because like I felt like I knew my strengths and I knew my weaknesses,
Uh-huh.
whereas the people that were on mine, like they would never be like always working to fix their areas, and I'll be like, I'm such a perfectionist. I don't, but I'm also like, I don't want to be mean. Like I don't want to be like, I don't want to be like, girl, like you messed up. Like I don't want to be like that. I never was like there would always be that one girl that was a bit like, oh guys, we have to do it again. We have to do it again. And I'm like, but you're the one that messed up. That's why we had to do it again. I never did that though. I never called them out. And I would remember like there was a specific time when we had to even choose who's going to be in our major work. And I initially wanted these people to be in my group because I knew we'll be better and more compatible together. And then the girl just randomly called me out like, oh yeah, Monica wants to be with me. And I was like,
who asked?
I did not. I never. She messaged me and then she was like, oh, Monica, I think you're really good in like comedy. Would you want to be? And I was like, oh, I'm still looking around. Like I didn't reject her, but I never said, yeah, let's go. Like I never confirmed. Yeah. So that was my challenge. Like it was just like basically major work as well.
Wait, so did you end up being in her group?
I ended up being in hers because the teacher that was the first one, she had said, oh, okay, cool. Like maybe Monica can help you out in these areas and then we'll see how it goes. But then it just ended up sticking and I was really upset. Yeah.
Cringe. She literally just like tagged you.
Yeah, she did. And I couldn't be like, I want to leave. I couldn't. It was too far in. But yeah.
Got any more challenges?
My other challenge was, time management.
Like the normal stuff.
Same stuff. And just my mindset was so negative. Yeah.
I think also like when you go through the HSC, it's like when you go like deeper into like where it's like almost ending, you just realize like what you like your
reflection.
Results. And then you're just like I did give up at one point and I was like, oh, you know what, it is what it is. Like I was already planning for failure. Like if I fail, like what's my next step?
Did we have like, because I know my drama was last. It was like a last day thing. Was your one last day as well, or your one was like the second last day?
I'm not sure. I think mine was close to the last day.
Okay, because my one was on the last day.
Yeah, so mine was close to the last day. I don't think it was the last day though. Oh yeah, your one was the last day.
Yeah, it was. I was kind of surprised.
So guys, we're gonna take a bit of a break. Patrice did amazing art. I'll just flash on the screen for you. She did it on Procreate. She gave us a 10-minute mark. So we're gonna take a bit of a break. We come back, stretch our legs because we're at floor gang right now. And, you know, one of my legs actually dead. Like there's pins and needles.
It's not uncomfortable. Like I have been adjusting. It's not like
it's not uncomfortable, but it's like
I would like to get up.
Yeah,
I would love
to get up.
Yeah.
So yeah, and see you soon. Goodbye. Okay, 3, 2.
Hi guys, we're back from our little break. So I'll be introducing us to the next question. So it actually is just about how we felt after our last exam.
Ooh.
Like, are any regrets? Did you feel satisfied? Did you feel like you could have done something? What's your opinion?
So my last exam was design and tech. That subject I felt comfortable in the sense of like the question and content. When it comes to finishing it, I think it wasn't even like against the subject itself. It was like, oh my god, I'm done. It's over. Like I'm throwing away all my notes. I'm cleaning my room. All the stacks of paper like that's around.
We had heaps of booklets.
Yeah, so many.
Wow.
So many. Like the amount of trees. And then so another feeling was just like, well, then there was like also like worry of like, well, this is it. It's over.
You were worried.
Well, I was worried because I was just like, what's gonna happen? Did we graduate already?
Yeah.
Did we have formal already?
No.
I was also excited for formal. I think that was my next thing that I was like looking forward to. I was just like, formal's coming.
I thought actually how our school did that whole process. We graduate first, and then we did the HSC, and then we get the reward of formal. I thought that's actually really good. I like that.
When you graduate first, then it becomes the student's responsibility
to
attend school. Because technically, like, we graduate school, now it's just our job to, like,
I'm out of the system, technically.
Yeah, like, you're out. But then if you want to get an ATAR, you do the work.
That's actually so crazy because we had the whole timeline was September was our graduation, October up until a bit of November was HSC, and then November was formal, which was actually kind of well balanced, to be honest.
Oh wait, no, that's after graduation. I'm lying. But yeah, those were my like thoughts after my last exam.
How about like did you? So what was the overall feeling? Was it usually like, oh, negative, positive?
I think it
If you can
was.
remember from
Oh
2 years
God,
ago.
it was like so many. It was so long ago. I don't think it was negative. I don't think I was just like, it's like I failed and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was more just like that go to where it's like, hey, what did you answer for that question and stuff like that. And then I think I was just more satisfied with the fact that it was over. Cause
Yeah.
like then I just don't have to stress. Like I can actually like fall asleep. Sorry about the plates. I could like actually fall asleep.
Yeah. Like for me, I remember one was drama, and trying to remember. Like I know I think drama was that no, the subject that I left the earliest was probably English, because
Mm.
English was a 3 hour exam, right?
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
was
It was two like 3 hour exams. English.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like paper one, paper
Paper
two.
two. So weird. But I remember English was majority. Of course, I left early because it was 3 hours. Like, oh my god. But I know drama was the one I think I put a lot of effort in.
Mm.
Because it was only an hour and a half exam, I think. Also, it was kind of cool. Like our whole space was like the hall, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then it was
yeah.
like the clock you can see.
I know, yeah.
Kind of scary.
It was scary.
But I remember I had left that one feeling a bit confident. Like I
Yeah.
felt like, oh yeah, ace that shit.
I think also I also left my exam early because like if you don't leave, like because if you leave early, you can leave like it's over. But if you don't leave early, they do it in order.
Oh
So
yeah.
it just takes like another half an hour to leave the building itself. Like if you don't leave like earlier, like if you leave when everybody else like officially leaves, they do it in order, and it just takes 1,000 years to like
Yeah,
get out.
your one bigger, because my one, if it was drama, it would have been just literally like, oh, line one, like the line and
But
the
my
other
DT
line.
class wasn't even that big either.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it was like I think it was DT and like another small class. So like
Oh, you guys combined.
yeah, it was like they were on opposite side of the country.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because my one was literally like 13 of us,
Mm.
13 of us. Yeah, that's how competitive it was, because like it was only of us, right?
Hey.
But
At least you're top 10.
yeah, I had left like probably feeling not worried like you. I wasn't worried at all. I was more like, oh, I'm done. Like I'm gonna reward myself. What did I do after? I think my sister and I went somewhere. Like we ate somewhere. Do you remember what you did? Like
I think what did I do? I didn't go out with friends because I
I
knew that
didn't. I don't think we did.
they had something on. Like they still had exams. Because even though it was the last one for me, like I think some other people still had more exams. Like you had more exams.
Yeah.
No, wasn't it someone's birthday?
No.
Was it not? Did we not celebrate something and
We
you had like
did.
an exam?
No,
'Cause
it
I
was
remember.
Elian's birthday.
Oh yeah, did we
But
not
he
celebrate?
was he was the beginning though. He was English. Remember?
Oh, then maybe it was someone else.
Was
I
it
don't
another
know.
one? Because I don't think
I did
so.
much. I think I just wanted to sleep. I'm like an old
Yeah,
person.
I just wanted to throw out everything.
Yeah.
As well.
I had to erase the memory of me ever going to that school.
Yeah, there was so many things that we had, but I think one of them. Do you have your visual arts diary still? You
No,
threw that out.
I have no remnants of my high school.
Oh, okay, because I remember they took my drama one. They took it.
Oh, but then maybe that was because it was just so good. Because like they keep the one like samples.
Oh yeah, for examples. Yeah, you're right. But I was like thinking, I was like, I don't even remember throwing my visual arts one.
I think, I think I did throw mine.
I don't remember. That's a lot of paper.
Yeah, it was. Because I think I threw it away when I just threw away like all the booklets. Like I literally had like a recycling day where I had to like just chuck all my books away.
Yeah, I remember that too. Because they gave us so much shit. Like
it was so much.
It was also like, if you think how big our student body was, I was like, per person, come on now, come on. Then the next question, pretty much, do you have anything else like you want to add on?
How did I feel about the last exam? No, I think that was it. Like I didn't have a crying moment. I don't think.
Did you ever cry?
I only cried when trying to complete an assessment.
Okay.
That was like my crying moment. I think it was just more like crying because I wanted to sleep. It was just like a tired crying. Like I was just like done with life. But I didn't like cry like because I never cried after an exam.
I don't think I did either.
I think I'm just so brain dead. Like my brain is just no longer functioning that it just
Yeah.
doesn't have the capacity to allow crying.
I don't think I cried either. Like, I think I was more like, oh, I'm just numb. I'm like,
You know?
mm, yeah, I feel like it happened. Like, oh, I remember there was like such a funny thing. Someone, it was like, I don't even do the subject biology, but you know how like afterwards it's like usually, oh, they have until period 1 to period 2 for that, like it wasn't even for HSC. It was just another assignment that they another exam they had to do.
Okay.
And then I remember someone walking out like, "What page are you talking about? Like, what question? What?" And they're like, "The page." And they're like, "The last page." Like, "There's a last page." Like, I remember it was always like one of that one person that would always be like,
That'll be so sad when you don't know this last page.
true.
Like when you thought it was the last page, but you
Yeah.
flip paper and you realize that that's actually
It's
the last page.
double-sided.
That was the worst.
Yeah, but I would always think about that. Like at that point, I was also like, did I ever miss a page? I'm like, oh, of course you did, Monica. You literally left early. Of course you did. What are you talking about? But yeah.
And then what's the last question?
Oh yeah, the last question is advice. If you could go, or also if you can go back in time, what would you change? As well as any advice you'd give to other people, and as well like advice to your past self.
I think if I were first before giving advice, if I were to turn back time,
Yeah.
I think my advice would be explore your options.
Oh, that's a good one.
Cause like a lot of my decisions were based on the end goal of going to architecture, and I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, that's great, but I didn't even look at other courses available.
Yeah.
Like cause we had times where like universities would set up, and I would just literally ask the same question about the
Yeah.
same course, but I never explored any other options. And then I think also I think with my majors, um I think my only advice would be for my D&T one, and just be like, just abandon what you did. Just don't do what you did. It's the worst assignment you ever. Because I basically did like an architecture moment for D&T.
Yeah.
But if I looked at it back again, it wasn't even architecture. I just remodeled my house and submitted it and did some bullshit like explanation of some things. I was just like BSing the entire thing. Like my other two majors, I enjoyed them, so I wouldn't want to like redo that experience. I kind of enjoyed those two. It was just D&T where it's just like, you're an alien. What is wrong with you? Why did you do that? Because like there was like no plan. Like, so for anyone who's like an architect or knows about architecture, I didn't even do a plan. I didn't do a section. None of that. I literally just went on what's it called? Google SketchUp or whatever, or SketchUp.
Oh wow.
Modeled my house, and then I made a real life model, and then I just like there was like no innovation. It was just like copy and paste my house, submit it, and I did not like that assignment at all.
Yeah.
It was my worst assignment ever.
Yeah, cause I also So what's your like advice for someone else though?
Well, my advice would be that don't focus too much on the ATAR. Personally, okay, so like I think that it's more valuable. Well, like if you're like in my field where you're doing a lot of projects, I don't know about like exams because I don't really do exams. I find more value in the processes that you're learning. So like how to like format your Premiere Pro, like your workflow, how to like do photographs and then do like editing for that. Like learning that to me is more important, and like knowing like well, mine is a lot of design based. Well, obviously because mine is design based. So mine is more just like valuing the skills that you're learning and not like compromising
That's true.
yourself just for a mark. Because like let's say like you take the easy route and like you don't really learn much but you get a great mark, but then like what did you gain? You didn't gain much. And I feel like gaining experience is more like, because there's always another way to get into your course. Like if you don't get it like by pathway A, there's always a B pathway, and I took the B pathway. I'm just like, I'm fine. I got to my point. I got to my end destination. I just find annoying when, also don't stress so much on like, sometimes you need some time to like refresh yourself. Don't just like lock yourself up and be like, oh, I'm not talking to my friends.
That was another thing. I was like, I don't know anyone that had like that actual mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna refrain from going out,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna cut myself from this, like not go here, not go there.
Yeah.
I always believed in like when you put your work in and then you get like you give yourself a reward. I feel like I don't know. I do know someone that did like they cut everything and they like said that, oh, they can't go here, they can't go there. It's like HSC or nothing. And I was like, wow.
You just like lose that whole portion of your life for like a number.
Yeah, but they did really good as well. Did really good. But I don't know about them now. Like I don't.
Yeah, like great, you did really good.
Yeah, but who knows?
You know,
you missed out.
You could have had an experience.
You missed out.
Like an IRL experience that you could never get again.
Also, yeah, we also didn't do like what do you call it? A HSC party. Like people did that. They like after the HSC period.
Well, like we had a drink up.
Yeah, but that's for a group of friends. True. We never were like the type to be like, oh, whole school, let's go.
No, that's just too much effort.
Yeah.
I'm very lazy.
Yeah, it's not also lazy. Like if I don't vibe, then I don't.
But I think this is more of like us as individuals.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because a lot of people do parties and you're like
after the HC as their reward.
Yeah, it's just like they want to party, I want to sleep.
Yeah.
Or maybe drink soju.
Yeah, but we did that for formal. We did no, we didn't.
No.
We went home.
We did it after we graduated. We did a sleepover, and then we were planning like a HSC getaway.
And then
but that never happened.
Yeah, and then that for formal, we had a friend's birthday party.
We did?
Yeah, we did. Mario.
Oh.
Yeah, and then afterwards we
Oh yeah, I remember now.
And then we also went skating afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Ice skating.
Oh, like yeah.
Remember you fell on your bum?
I fell on my bum and my front.
Oh.
I was basically a dice.
Yeah.
I was rolling all over the ice. Oh, I'm a rapper.
But
your advice?
Oh, so
what would you do if you went back in time?
What I would have done. I would have been more honest. Like I would have been like when it came to like even artwork, I felt like in art I was very like kind of like what's like a pushover. Like I'll be like, oh wow, my teacher said like this, but then I'll be like, oh, maybe if I went with this, then I would have been more happy with the end result. Because she was very much, I get it, the teacher knows what's best for you, but then it's also like listen to yourself. So I had also been like not happy, like extremely happy with my artwork.
Yeah.
But I was also like, my one was like, if you think about it, our artwork is very hard because we have to depend on people. You know what I mean?
For visual arts?
Visual arts, because they were the model.
Yeah, it was also difficult because it's such a subjective subject.
Exactly.
Like you're marked based off like professionals in the field, but like how they feel when they look at it.
Like how will they interpret
not like
yours?
1 + 1 = 2. It's like 1 + 1 = a butterfly that flies across the field.
Because also, guys, like with the visual arts major work, we had to write literally 150 words. That's all.
Yeah,
like,
and it was a title too.
That's it. So it was basically just the title and the 150 words.
And they don't even look at your process work.
They did. They took the
They took the diary.
They took our diary.
No, the teachers took a diary, but for HSC,
oh yeah.
But for the actual HSC, they only submitted the artwork. They don't see your process.
Yeah. But you also give the portfolio to the teacher, but that doesn't matter to the HSC, the actual assessor.
Markers,
yeah. So the HSC markers basically. So I think that like if I was back then, I wouldn't be such a pushover, especially with my drama. Like that story, how like that girl literally called me out and was like, let's pair up,
let's go.
And I was like, no. I wish I was honest and been like, girl, like I know my assets and I know your level is not like what I need or what I believe I can do.
Oh, not my level.
Yeah, like if I was just honest to her.
Yeah.
And what else? I think I would also with early entry. But it doesn't matter because I don't even go to school anyway. Like I don't even go to that school anymore. Yeah, spoiler, I dropped out. But it's only because because of COVID and stuff. You know, if I had to change, I would. If I can go back, I would. And if I could change my options, my like my course, I would. But that's a whole nother topic for another day.
True. But I feel like a part of the journey is like realizing that you change.
Yeah, and like the whole thing as well, like the advice is like you are not the same person you were in high school.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's definitely the advice. Like, I'm like, you will not be don't hold accountable to who you were
Mm.
in high school, like senior year. Like, I'm totally different. Like, I feel like I'm the same, but I'm also different. Like,
Mm.
my mature, like me, my growth and how I matured over the years has definitely changed.
Mm.
I wouldn't definitely like what Vin said. Um, HR is just a number.
It,
Don't define yourself like I am 97.9. Like
oh,
you can't.
0.9 even.
Yeah, like even if I'm 55, oh my
Yeah.
god, who cares? I'm still happy. I'm still like I still have a job, but it's not like obviously the field I want to
Yeah.
be
Yeah. Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
It's like we're finding ourselves. Like we're getting
Yeah.
there. But any advice for the other person as well is just like yeah, that's my advice if I can go back in time
Yeah.
to that Monica back then. But it's also like probably just be happy.
Mm.
Have a good support group.
Yes.
I think I very am blessed that I have the friends that I have
Mm.
because like we're always just there for like yeah, that's the thing. Like the friends that we had in even in high school, like the year 7 to 10, same
Uh.
friends I have now. Like basically if you can find a select group of friends that you
Mm.
believe they are going to be there for you because that was 2
Yeah.
years ago and you
That
guys are
was.
still my friends. Um
But
and
I think that's a surprise for everyone.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I hear people say like, "Oh, I don't talk to them anymore."
Mm.
And I'm like, they won't leave me
They won't
alone.
leave me alone.
But yeah, definitely just have a good support group
Yeah.
because like HSC is gonna be at least draining some point.
Yeah.
And just know that you're gonna continue finding yourself later
Yeah.
on.
And I think another piece of advice for anyone thinking of doing a gap year, which I'll totally,
Yeah.
totally, do it if you need it.
Yeah.
My only thing is that, um, do something.
Yeah, during it.
Try to do something. I feel like
Use that
doing a
time.
gap year and not do, or like try to pursue something, or like have your work like be productive. Yeah, be productive. In what you're doing, don't just like watch Netflix and just
Yeah,
watch
don't be
anime
like
or just
I'm gonna
game.
binge the
Cause
whole series
yeah,
of something and for the year.
yeah, cause I had a break for 6 months, but then that was because that was how my course was laid out.
Yeah.
But like, because I had that break when I like, so I was like, I did a year of uni, did a 6 month break, came back. I was so like surprised, like, cause like my workflow was like messed up. I forgot how to do school and stuff. So it's like, yeah, like maybe if like try to continue with that work ethic, pushing past from like year 12, but it doesn't even have to be like with school stuff. Like you can start something yourself as long as you're constantly being active and not like waking up at 12 and sleeping at 5 a.m.
Yeah. And also another thing is like from uni experience,
Mm.
like I really don't think our school like yeah, it was independent how they said uni is. Like uni
Uh
is very independent.
huh.
But I think like you need to know that you're literally so alone. Like
You are alone. You're a loner at uni. You have no
your
friends.
the environment is so different unless like you are like relatively good at making friends. Like I do
Yeah.
believe I'm good at that, but it's also like there's so many of us. We
Yeah.
like and the class that I have is usually like twice a week.
Yeah.
I
And you live
had
so far away from each other. So like there's no
yeah,
point.
like literally I'll be like, "Oh, so link up or just see you next week."
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I realized that was like the hard part as well. Like I
Mm.
feel like I'm a very social person. After HSC, I had to try to adapt
Mm.
to a different environment, which is hard.
I totally feel that because like I only ever had uni online because like I was online for
Oh yeah.
uni and then I took my break and then when I came back online there was COVID again and then
Yeah.
I was really close with a couple students even though we only met online, but because I changed courses I haven't talked to them ever since, like,
Oh
and that was like a
yeah.
couple weeks ago. So like I was gonna catch up with one guy but I didn't want to catch up yet because I knew he was in exams, so I didn't want to disturb him. So I was just like And now just like, do I even bother messaging him and be like, hey, how are you? How's
Yeah.
it been?
The only
Yeah. So there's like more advice like pushing pause HSC.
pause HSC.
You know, when you're in uni.
Yeah, because we went to uni right like after. So
Yeah.
it's like we didn't do break. We went to the first
Yeah, I went
semester.
straight away.
Yeah. It was hard. I had a lot of friends. I had Patrice. Like Patrice still goes to uni.
Yeah.
I don't.
She's our manager, makeup artist, engineer, software engineer, everything.
Yeah, but I only had like one friend. Daniel, if you're watching this, how are you? Are you good?
Like calling your friend.
How are you?
You miss him.
No, I literally only spoke to him twice.
Oh, okay.
Like literally twice. But yeah, pretty much our HSC experience.
Yeah. So overall, just
we made it sound so negative, but it wasn't.
It's not.
It's
negative.
the memories.
It's just like it's what do you deal with?
Yeah.
You know, it matures you.
Yeah, that's very true.
So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry about the dishes. We're still trying to fix some audio things, but you know, ASMR, why not?
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been great being back.
Yeah, it is. And definitely let us know in the comments like your experience or what are your thoughts. Any advice you can give as well. That'd be great. Bring positive vibes to the world. That'd be great.
And see you guys in our next episode.
Bye.
Goodbye.